Well, he was born in Florida.
Hmm.
Uh, he was bought by a small racing stable, and they were. He had a pretty good life as far as racing horses go. As you know, racing horses aren't always treated the best. Unfortunately, as this little stable was running the horses, and T didn't win a race, he showed some promise. Their facilities burned, and the insurance company did not fully pay for the facilities, left the people in a financial bad situation. And at that race, I knew one of the trainers, Lawson, and so we were in the back areas where they keep the horses. And I saw these two horses. T was one of them, and he had a stablemate, and they were they were in pretty sad shape. If you believe in such things, which I do, T was communicating to me, and I could tell, and I got close to him. He wanted to be rescued. He was literally begging me to rescue him. He realized he was in an awful shape. Um, I talked to the trainer Lawson Walston and two or three other people, and I said I wanted to buy him. And they cautioned me. They said, "Jerry, this is a racehorse. You need to think twice. He's physically not in the best of shape. Mentally, he's not in the best of shape. Give it a couple of weeks." Well, I did give it a couple of weeks and decided I still wanted to buy the horse. But at that time, they had both been sold. Um, and both went to owners that were very bad. After I found out he was sold, I continued to follow him. And he went to an owner that just really didn't know what he was doing. They started, because the cost of racing a horse is very high. They started shorting his feed. They started shorting his care, and T started to go downhill really, really quickly. I went to the original race when I met him. I think it was July. I followed T through November. And as you know, what a claiming race is, many of you viewers may not. A claiming race is at the racetrack. You can buy a horse for a set price if it does not come in first, second, or third. I bought T in a claiming race. He was running, by this time he had been transferred to West Virginia. He was running at a race that ran at 11:45 at night. He was 150 pounds underweight. His back hocks were sore. He was in bad overall physical condition. The ground was frozen and it was sleeting. And he did not win the race in that shape naturally. And I bought him with the help of a friend. I was talking about Lawson Walston and Dr. Kara Davis and some other horse people. I got him back to Raleigh. But when I got him back to Raleigh, he was in bad enough physical shape that the normal stables would not let him stay. So a friend of mine, Molly Woods, out in Zebulon, North Carolina, agreed to take him in. Took us 4 months to get him back to the point that he could even be put in a regular stable. But during this period of time, he was loving, easy to handle, none of the problems that everybody was afraid of. He was not in any way mentally hard to handle. Physically, he started to recover. And from there, it was about a 4-year, 3.5, 4-year ordeal of just working with him, feeding him, having the vet to him. And then he got lucky, Christina. You came along and started to ride him. You were the person that he needed in his life. He started to do a lot of turnaround. I think as much physically as anything else. And you know, it is a story with a happy ending. You know, T now is a very well-adjusted, loving horse. He's a magnificent animal. He contributes much to the world. You and he make a beautiful pair. And so, you know, for what little time we've got, I think this is a kind of Cinderella story. This was a horse that that was close to death and had so much to offer to the world, and just by rescue of thoroughbred. Anytime anybody can help rescue one of these animals, I mean, I just wish they could see T, wish they could see you and T work together, and just see him, love up on you and realize just how much these animals contribute to our society.
Dun, dun, dun.